Morning, 10th of December today. So, in your kit today, you'll have opened a snowflake template and some cream fabric. So, what you're going to do for your embroidery today is to trace the pattern onto the fabric. So, I'm doing it on window. I've got nice, good light here. If you have a light box, that's really good. You know, you can electric ones that you can place down, and you can see your pattern through it. Um, but a window does just as well. Also, what I might say as well, if you can at all do it on a desk, it might be quite handy just to have a small ruler, like a 6-inch ruler, just to make sure, because some of these do need to be quite straight, so you're going to have to sort of take it steady. So there's 3 different designs you could choose, and actually your piece of fabric, you might be able to do 2, or certainly do another one and use it for a card, something like that. So just make sure obviously you leave enough for your decorative embroidery hoop. But if you have got some spare fabric, because I think you've got enough, you will have enough thread as well to do this tomorrow, um, then you might be able to get more out of it, which is always good. So whether you do another hoop or whether you do it as a card. So I'm going to choose a slightly different one this time, and it's making sure when you're using a pencil is to make sure that the fabric is sort of taut. So I've tape it at all sort of sections. And the thing with using a pencil is that you can't really rub it out. So make sure that you're doing it correctly if you're using a pencil. Another good thing to use um, are the friction pens, that disappear with heat. So if you did sort of go over, then you can sort of iron it and then it disappears. But yeah, with a pencil, it isn't going anywhere. So your stitches have got to cover it. Okay, and it's going to be a fairly basic stitch, but I do love these, and it's going to look quite sort of Nordic almost. And it's a simple design, but I do love a nice snowflake as a Christmas decoration. I hope you're enjoying these activities. It would be absolutely lovely to see how you're getting on. You know, if you've finished a project and you've taken a photo, it would be brilliant if you could email it to me at the Wood Cottage Crafts at gmail.com. That would be brilliant. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I think on Instagram at the Wood Cottage Brompton, or the Wood Cottage Crafts Brompton, I think. But it's yeah, it had to have that because there was somebody else just with the Wood Cottage Crafts. So I'm choosing one of the bottom 2, which is a little bit different from the example that I did before. Okay. So when you do it, make sure that you get all the markings on it, because once you take it off, you won't be using it again. You can also get pens that fade after 24 hours, you know, for dressmaking. That might be an idea. I do like the friction pens though, because as I say, which is great if unless you're doing quilting and then you press it and then it all disappears and you have to remark it. So yeah, if you need to press your fabric, press it first and then do it so that you're not ironing over it. Okay, so and you can keep your template then to use on something else. So I have just done. I don't think you'll be able to see it actually. You see, just there, yeah. So I've done the slightly different one there. So